I have the best Fortnite settings to give you an advantage, not ones that other people are talking about. These are ones that you probably have not heard of, and you should be very excited to watch this video because it's a real game changer. All of these should work for PC and console and mobile, except I think number 1 will not work for console and number 5 will not work for mobile. So other than that, pretty much everything is game, and this will help you get an advantage over your opponents simply by turning on some settings. If you do enjoy this video at the end, make sure you smack that like button. If we get 100 likes, I will do a part 2 because I have even more that I can tell you about. So let's go ahead and just do it. So here we go. Number 1, what we're looking at here is how to edit faster. Not a lot of people know this yet, but they do give you options to put 2 keybinds for editing. So what you can do is put 1 keybind for your first slot and 1 for your second slot. Basically what this does is, you know how you hit the button, it edits, and then you hit it and it confirms. So you have to hit the button twice. What you do is you make it 2 buttons maybe next to each other or kind of close next to each other. And what you could do is just hit both of those buttons at once. Just doom. It's faster than hitting 1 button twice. So this is really huge. I've seen people edit at blazing speeds with it. For me, I'm just getting started with it, but I think it's pretty awesome. I'm kind of testing it out myself. It's going to take a while because a lot of my keys are already spoken for, so it's hard to find the right key to give it to. But let me know how you like that one. Also, I hope you enjoy the gameplay in the background. It's from the new Avengers Endgame. It's so much fun. I really enjoy it. I like being the Avengers most, but Thanos is pretty amazing too. I've seen someone get up to 312 kills with him. And they still lost. That's just insane. Also, guys, if you do like this video, please make sure to use code Kevinsmak.tv in the shop. Right up there. I would appreciate it so much. Now let's go ahead and get into number 2 without wasting. Auto sort consumables to right. Basically what this does is it automatically moves your med kits, your bandages, your gliders, anything that's more of supportive or healing, all the way to the right, which is great because then you can concentrate on picking your weapons up in your first few slots. This will get you a gun quicker and you won't go ahead and try to med kit a guy instead of shooting them. So give it a try. At first I was skeptical, and then I turned it on and I'm like, nah, I can't live without it. So definitely something you want to have on. Next is sound FX volume. You want to make sure this is loud enough for you. This volume slider controls a lot of the volume inside the game. So you want to make sure you can hear it because there's going to be chests. There's going to be footsteps. Yes, footsteps. There's going to be guns. No, you can't, unfortunately, lower gunshots and higher footsteps. That would be great, but you can't do that. It's all meshed together as one. So you want to find a nice volume and make sure you can hear it, and make sure your other volumes aren't drowning it out. So number 4 is tap to search or interact. This one was one of my favorites because I would start looting a chest and I'd have to hold the button down the whole time, and if you slipped at the end or cut off a second too early, or you're rezzing a friend and you let go for a moment and they die, and then they're just gonna hate you forever. Okay, just till the next game, unless you reboot them, then they might be all right. Make sure you give them your scar. So once you go ahead and set this up, what it allows you to do is just tap the button once. So you go up to a chest, you tap it, and it'll hold the button for the whole duration, and you'll be able to loot, or you'll be able to go ahead and resurrect. So you just want to make sure you don't move around too much, because if you spin like too far, like 180 degrees for example, it's going to stop. So you can still cancel it by doing that. So next we have number 5, which is brand new. Brand new. No one really knows this yet, so I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you're checking this video out. Number 5, boom, is going to be turning visualized sound effects on. I've done a video about this before, but they've changed the setting. So what it does, and if you've played mobile, you may have seen it, you have a wheel on your screen and it'll show you where people are, where their steps are, gunshots, and chests. So you see those 3 things automatically inside the wheel. And the cool thing is now they added it so you can also hear the background sound for the hearing impaired. So what that does is if your sound is not working or you don't hear that footsteps behind you, you will at least visualize it so you know something's coming. I have a feeling everyone's going to be running this setting soon, especially competitive pros, because it gives you such an advantage. Huge. Because audio, we know how audio works in this game. It's not that great. So now you have a second item on the screen. Now show you where they're at if you can't pinpoint with the actual audio itself. Be careful and take it with a grain of salt when you start, because it does take a little while to get used to it. So don't say, okay, he's definitely over here, because sometimes he could have been over there a second ago and he might be a little more to the side. So it does take a little tweaking, but after you run it for a few games, it'll definitely help you. And if you ever have problems finding chests, yeah, huge. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smack that like button. 100 likes and we're gonna do a part 2. I already have the ideas, so it's up to you if you want to know how to do it. So I'll let the rest of the game footage play out so you can see how it ended, and I'll see you in the next one.
You got the guy. What'd you get? Thanos? Or one of the helpers?
I hit a guy out twice on a zip line. I'm at 10 kills.
The fish should have one. Every time I go for someone, they're always so low like that. Someone takes my kill. It's fine, at least we're gonna win. You know we're gonna win if they still have 3 souls left. Come on, Kevin.
Almost got him. I got him. Those 200 stacked pretty fast. I keep knocking him off the line. Yo, the bow is OP.
I didn't even know this guy was an enemy, and he almost killed me. 3 health left. That else is just camping. Get over here. He's just camping the hill. Just lives in the hill. He's going for the stone. You don't want to use the Iron Man against Thanos. You want to use like his Thor hammer. It does 200.
Oh, that guy's like giving up. Oh, he's trying to get the crystal.
Come on, you got it.
Did he get it?
Yeah, we only have the blue one left.
Up. Someone that landed there.
Yep, I got him.
Okay.
This guy's trying to sell us out. He's breaking our... He's a gingerbread one, and he's sake. We're trying to protect it.
Stupid reload bug.
Oh. I got to 25.
Haha.